welcome back to my Karting channel. This was the race for the local finals at TeamSport Liverpool in the junior category. So I started in 6th, which I wasn't very pleased about because I know I could have done like way better in qualifying. But I had to just live with it. I had to try and just move on, push up the field, and the most important thing, not lose any positions, because in the local finals only top 6 from the junior category go through into the regionals. So I just knew I had to defend for my life and make sure the driver behind me didn't get past me, and then also try and push on to get a few more positions, because I would have liked the podium really, but you know, can't get everything in life. So I just had to, just as I said, just drive my own race, try and get as obviously try and just not lose out basically, because it was all on my hands. So as you can see, I was lining up for the grid, getting told which side we go on to. I was on the outside into turn 1, which I would have preferred the inside, but again, can't do anything about it. So we line up on the grid. I cut out the part where we actually all grid up because it took a few minutes to actually get everyone organised. So as you can see now, lights go on, 5 red lights, and then they will go out in a couple seconds. They've gone out now, and I get an alright start, try and just cut off the driver behind me and slot in behind kart 26. And they're all battling away, and I just try and get any scrappy mistakes, but nothing happened, and I just slotted in behind 26 because I didn't want to make any stupid moves which would end up resulting in me getting a penalty. And yeah, so I was just had a bit of a slide there which wasn't very good, but then I managed to get on the accelerator early, which could have helped me out. But yeah, making a few mistakes going around here. Driver ahead is driving defensively to try and cut me off, just checking behind me, make sure I'm not going to be attacked, so I can just drive attackive. And as you can see here, he's obviously wary of me, so I'm just pushing on, try and get the move done. Keep making mistakes going through here, which isn't very good for my race, and race on really of a position. And a little bit of a slide there, again going defensive, and you'll be able to see I try and go for the switch back, but I couldn't make it happen. It just wouldn't work out for majority of the race. I kept trying, but I couldn't get it done. Hit the barrier there, wasn't very good that. As you can see, the gap's much bigger now, and I was just checking behind me all the time, making sure the driver behind wasn't going to gain any time on me. But I knew if I overtook 5th, I would have a margin of safety really, so I wouldn't have to be worrying about the driver behind me, because well, then there'd be 2 positions until I'd be out. But at this point I had very high stress levels because, well, one mistake and I'm literally out of the competition. So I had to just get my head down and push on to just try and get the car ahead. As you can see going down here, I gain a lot of time on the kart ahead because there's a little bit of a battle for P3 and 4 there, I think. So they're obviously battling, which is helping me and kart 26 catch up. And he goes for the move, that's Tom Malaburn who went for the move there, he got it done. And I'm all over the back of 26 now, pushing him along in parts, just trying to get the better exit out of here, but I got the worst exit. And he gained a bit of time on me, which wasn't what I wanted really. But I knew I had the better corners, and I just, like I said, got my head down, tried to push on, get a bit of a rhythm going really, and he went defensive again, hit him, and I try and get a bit of speed, but I had to just back out because I knew it wouldn't end up in a good situation if I carried on doing that. And I had to just settle for my position, which is in 6th at the moment. So at this point, I know I'm not being battled from the driver behind, because I just look then, there's a bit of a gap, so I try and go for the move around here. The door's open, I try and go for it, but he just cuts it off. I try and get past, but no, it wasn't going to happen that. But it wasn't going to be a penalty because it was the 50-50 rule, so because I was 50% alongside of him, it wouldn't have resulted in a penalty. And as you can see, he's got a lot of speed on me going through there. There must have been a problem with my kart, because going through here he's getting a bit of extra speed, but it wasn't that bad, I think. But you know, watching it back, he's gaining a lot of speed, as you can see going through there, that I'm not. So I don't really know what was going on. As you can see, 25 ahead's brought a bit of a gap going along, and 26 is slowing down a little bit. Bit of a gap now, and I look behind, know that no one's behind me, and he leaves the door open again like the other lap, and I get fully alongside him this time, and I dive into it, and I get into 5th. We go a little side by side, I keep position, I go defensive, brake later, put my car in the middle of the track, and we're side by side going through here. I'm pushing him into the barrier, go for the corner, bit of contact there, trying just to get the move done, still side by side going down here. I go for the move, and a bit of a bump from behind, and 7th's now into 5th. Chaotic. 7th's now gone from being out of the regionals to 5th. At this point in time, he is in 5th. I'm getting bumped all from behind here. I'm like, what's happening here? The kart ahead is loving life because he's gone from 7th all the way to 5th within a corner. So he's probably laughing to himself there, going, get in. and I am still in 6th at this point, and I know that I've got a very fast driver behind me, so one mistake and I'm out. So I was just getting bumped here and there, waving my hand to the marshals, just really trying to just signal to them that you should be getting a penalty, because BIKC rules proves that that should be penalties. Contact, unnecessary contact, bumping should be a penalty, but I don't think he got a penalty in the end. But yeah, I was just really under the pressure at this point, because I know that I need to get the kart ahead, because if I don't, then I will be out of the BIKC, which is not what I want. So I just got my head down, drove defensive until he got a bit of a gap, and I then just went full on attack on the kart ahead. So I didn't know how long was left, because you're not allowed intercoms in the BIKC, so I was just thinking, he goes a bit wide through here, try and get fully alongside him, and I was just thinking, I need to get the move done, and I do. Go for the move, going through there, and at this point I breathed a sigh of relief, because I knew to get obviously out and taken out of the regionals places, I'd have to get overtaken by 2 karts, and I knew there wasn't a lot of time left, so I breathed a sigh of relief, because at this point I was going through to the regionals. So I'll let you watch on and see how the rest of the race pans out. So I was showing my true pace at this point because I'd massively caught up to the kart ahead 25. And the checkered flag is waved, and that is race over. I have secured myself a spot in the regionals, finishing in 5th position. Not where I wanted. I would have liked to have been on the podium, but you can't do anything about it. Starting 6th, finishing 5th, I'll take it. So thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.